how to live a life of purpose and meaning. Here, purpose can be defined as the central, motivating aims of your life. And the reason why you get up in the morning, get up excited, and purpose can guide decisions, influence behavior, shape goals, and create meaning. For some people, purpose is linked to a vocation, and this is a satisfying and fulfilling work. And purpose mostly is about you expressing your potential, expressing yourself, expressing what is on the inside of you. And many people have lived a life of purpose in different ways. For example, men like Bruce Lee, they exercised their purpose, or they served their purpose, or they expressed themselves through Kung Fu. And now men like Michael Jordan, basketball, and men like MJ, singing. And there are a lot more. There are a lot of people, and the list is endless. So life is all about expressing ourselves. You see, some people can express themselves through art and through science in many ways. So all this is linked to purpose, is linked to someone's purpose in life. And so the earlier you discover your purpose, the better, because that means you're going to live a fulfilling life, a life full of meaning, a life full of happiness, and a life that is full of joy. Because remember, our destiny is not a matter of chance, but it is a matter of decisions. And so once you discover your purpose early, it means you'll be guided on which decisions to make, which choices to take, and it will influence your behavior. For example, if you discover that in the near future, the things that you'll be doing do not require when you're healthy, when your lungs are healthy, it means you will not smoke, you will not be a smoker, you will not be an alcoholic. That means it will influence your behavior, it will shape your habits. You will not indulge in things that will destroy you. You will not do self-sabotage like many people do. They self-sabotage themselves, they self-sabotage their lives. They have a good life, they have a good family, but at the end of the day, you find them not taking care of them, because they reach a time and they start measuring in the minors instead of measuring in the major things. Because there comes a situation in life whereby you've grown up, where now you have to be prudent and you sieve out things that matter and things that don't matter. Because in life, not all things, it's okay, all things matter, but their weight is not equal. So there comes a time where you have to focus on those things that matter more. And so a person of purpose is a person who can do that. But if you're just a wanderer, a vagabond, chances are you just wander in life from one job to another, and you reach 60. Then you go home, wait your pension, and die. Yet if you discovered this early in life, you would live a better life, you would live an excellent life. And that's why I come in to provide this knowledge, because at the end of words, they bring light. So when these words come, I believe they bring the knowledge that is required. I believe they will open your eyes. They'll be like the glasses, like maybe someone has not been seeing well, and then you give them the glasses, and then now they say, oh God, now I can see clearly. This is how the real world looks like. So this is what we do. We come and we bridge that gap, so that now you can see clearly, so that now you can live a better life, because we have the potential to live a better life, to express what is in us. But in order to do that, they need to be watered, just like you would plant a seed in the soil. You need warmth, you need you need the oxygen, and you also need the moisture. So you need all the nutrients. So these words, these ideas, they come to be as the nourishment, whereby that potential, that which is inside of you, will feed on. And some people ask, how do I discover my purpose in life? How do I discover what I can do? How do I discover my potential? And my question, and my answer has always been, it is that thing that you would rather do. It is that place that you would rather be. Because some people have been doing highly paying jobs, they've been with the nice people, but still, they have not been fitting. Someone is there, is earning 6 figures, but you find he's not happy. You find there is something missing. You find there is something that is still on the inside of him that needs to be expressed. So that is the thing that you should go for. You see, those desires that you have, because do you realize that we all have different desires? For example, some people have different have desires for music, some people have desires for soccer, some have desires for acting, very different desires. And these different desires bring different ways of expressing ourselves. That's why I don't encourage people to be copycats, but I always encourage them to express themselves in the best way possible. I encourage them like to grow to their best, to the best version of themselves instead of copying other people outside there. Because this race that you are in is for you and you alone. So always you have to strive to be better than you were yesterday. You always have to strive today to make better decisions than you made yesterday. So that's how you start moving forward, and you move forward and you move forward, and that's when you start growing stronger and becoming confident, because now you know that thing that is on the inside of you that is seeking expression, it even starts to build faith in you. Why? Because it continues to push you to places where your skills will be appreciated. It continues to push you to areas where your skills will be appreciated. And therefore, if we do that, we will live a happy life, we will live a fulfilling life. I guess you get that. So potential, it means in everybody, God is a God of variety. So everybody was, just as you see seeds, there is a mango seed, there is an apple seed, and there is an orange seed. The same applies to human beings. There are those who are doctors, there are those who can be musicians, there are those who can do basketball, there are those who are in acting, there are those who are in the literature. And so when you do that, you see in the inside of me, there is something seeking to be let out. It's like someone that is pregnant. Someone that is pregnant, when someone becomes pregnant, it shapes her desires. She begins to say, I no longer want this particular type of food. I want this particular food. That's because of what she's having inside there. So even you, when you're having this thing that is on the inside of you that wants to get out, you begin to get uncomfortable in certain places. You realize you don't fit there. You stop gossiping. You stop wasting time. You see, now you narrow your life down to fulfilling your purpose, to doing productive work, to doing work that will contribute to your family, to doing work that will contribute to humanity. And many ways to do this. You see, human beings, they're intelligent, they are smart, but sometimes you find them not doing well. Reason being, sometimes they lack the reasons to do well. So when we come here and we talk on a topic like this, we challenge you now. Because some people do well because of personal reasons, sometimes because they want to be accepted in the community, accepted in the society, accepted in the church, things like that. So we prepare you to live a better life. And as we continue to encourage ourselves to grow better and better, you see, so that we go and explore our heights, because everything is there for the taking. And this whole world is like a sea. whereby the amount of water you draw, it doesn't depend on what is available, but it depends on what you've gone with to draw. Because if you go with a cup, you would only get a cup, and other people go with the tankers, go with the big apparatuses to draw. So when we do this, it's like we're enlarging our capacity to take more, enlarging our capacity to receive more, enlarging our capacity, so that when these things come, when we finally express these things, we're able to handle them. Because mark you, every decision that we make in life, it has consequences. So we must be also prepared as we make decisions to be able to handle the consequences that come. For example, you can be maybe poor, and poverty also has consequences. But when you make decisions to do well, and finally you become successful, you acquire riches, you amass wealth, still something comes, the wealth, the whatever, the numbers, how to put all the figures together, to manage your workers, all those consequences that come with that, we must be able to prepare. So that when when we express this finally, it will not become a curse, but it will be a bond whereby we've already been prepared, we built the muscle, so we have the strength. And by that we prepare, by not playing these things to go away, problems to go away, but that we acquire more wisdom so that we can handle the challenges, but that we can acquire more skills so that now we can fulfill the difficult tasks that are meeting us every day. You see, that we can become more stronger to acquire those troubling situations that always come. And lastly, we would like to talk about those things that always affect people and deter them or always push them away from living a life of purpose and meaning. And one of them is indecision. You see, some people, they don't decide. They live a life always on the fence. You see, they say, for me, I will not take part of decision making. They always be there. Even when something comes and it will benefit them, to benefit their family, they don't decide. They be there. They fear to take risks. But a life that is full of adventure is a life that is of many decisions. Because in making decisions, you realize that those that turn out to be wrong, they help you to make better decisions next time. You see? So we must always be decisive. And it's not always about making decisions, but also when do we make a decision? Because someone has said, hey, make decisions, but sometimes you make them late when the opportunity has already gone, when the opportunity has already passed you. Therefore, we should always make the decisions on time, and we should always make right decisions. And sometimes, if it turns out and we make those which are not good, it gives us experience to make better ones next time. Another one is another problem that is faced by many people, and they don't live a life of meaning and purpose, is doubt. You see, they live a life of doubt, and the worst one is self-doubt, whereby the guy doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't believe it will last long. He doesn't believe his relationship will last long. He doesn't believe he will do well. All the time he's there doubting. You see, he believes in everything except himself, and that is very bad. Such a person will never have confidence. Such a person will always be in low self-esteem, in low self-worth. And such people, they will always achieve little in life because their self-worth is small, and therefore they feel like for them they deserve little. They feel like it is other people who deserve big, who deserve great in life. And that is very bad. And mark you, the understanding of self-worth is the beginning of progress in life. And the last one that we need to talk about is pessimism. Pessimism is like a plague. You see, here in pessimism, someone always looks on the wrong side of a thing. He's always thinking about getting sick. He can't think of being healthy. He's always thinking of failing. He can't think of excelling or passing. He's already thinking of all manner of bad things instead of saying good things. Instead of having hope that it will be better, instead of having hope that things will be good. That is very bad because it makes the spirit weary, it makes the heart weary. And I always love to encourage the youth, and because I'm also a youth, because as we are starting out in life, sometimes we start small. But if we take this knowledge, we take notes, and we hear this over and over again, it will continue to do something. Because faith comes and comes by hearing. And light also will come when you hear these words over and over again. Now you begin to see clearly. Now you will know where to start and the decisions to make. So don't fear, although you've started small, you can also become big. Because they talk about a mustard seed. It's a very small seed. But when you plant it, you water it, it grows and becomes a big tree. And that's what will happen to your life. You see, greatness is on the inside of you, is seeking expression. Potential is on the inside of you, it is seeking expression. And sometimes it can be when we are preparing for this thing, when we want to express ourselves, sometimes it feels like a long, excruciating work, whereby we feel like the time will never come when our works are appreciated, whereby time will never come and our efforts are appreciated. But please, I've also been there, I've been on that side of life, but time comes and an opportunity knocks on your door, and when you are prepared, you will benefit highly. So let us get prepared, let us live a life of purpose, and we need to have patience and persistence. Patience means learning to handle the passing of time. Sometimes hard times will come, but remember the ancient book says, if you fail in thy day of battle, it means thy strength is small. So let us build the strength, let us build the capacity, so that we become great people, we become powerful people, we become great influencers of the 21st century. Let us shape our generation, let us, in every area where you are, whether in the academia, whether in the medical field, whether in the art, let us shape our generation, let us shape our world. We can shape it, we can create the world that we want. It is really possible if we become persistent, if we never quit, and if we acquire the requisite skills and we build the requisite capacity to handle the challenges that we will meet every day. So, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. God bless you.